Ellis is here to tell us that we've got some storms on the way.
Yeah, I know I shouldn't feel guilty because, you know, I don't create the weather. I just tell you what it's going to be. But I always do when there's something big going on and I have to say, there's a chance for rain. And yeah, tomorrow, especially the early part of the day, there's another chance for some rain to roll in. Now, there's not a whole lot happening on radar currently. Couple of things I'm going to point out to you, though. This line of very strong storms, some strong squall lines are rolling through, but then also a few storms out ahead of this. Those are the two things that we're watching. They're going to impact us late tonight and into early tomorrow. The question is, when will they arrive? So I showed you some of the timing earlier, but I wanted to walk you through Futurecast because I think this is really going to give you a better idea of when the showers and storms are going to arrive. Now, through about 4 a.m., Futurecast is really not doing a whole lot with that first batch of storms that kind of bubbled up. I think we could see a few of these develop overnight, maybe more so than what Futurecast is calling for. What I think Futurecast is not maybe counting on is that line that's farther back to the west is going to arrive sometime between about, I'd say, 8 a.m. and maybe 11 a.m. I think it's going to hold together enough that we could see some of the stronger storms roll on by. This is 9 a.m. according to Futurecast. It's sped it up just a little bit, but through about noon, a couple of changes that we've seen in some of the models is that it does dry it out a little bit later in the day, and that's some good news because if we can roll these through here early and then by midday into the afternoon clear things out, I think we're doing okay. Still a few showers that may pop up during the afternoon, not necessarily specifically where that one is located, but we may see a couple of these roll through in the late afternoon and into the evening. Once we get through that, it's a relatively dry forecast. So you kind of have that maybe 3 or 4 in the morning time frame through about midday tomorrow. As the temperatures warm up, they are expected to get back into the mid 80s for many of you once we can get those rain chances out of here and hopefully see some sunshine and really clear out those low clouds that we had to deal with during the day today. I know that caused some problems for the air show. People just weren't able to see as much because we had that low ceiling. Now, as far as the severe weather threat, I'm encouraged by what I'm seeing that the stronger threat that's now back to the west with that stronger line of storms that I showed you, as it moves east, it will weaken. More of a marginal threat, meaning we have some of the ingredients in place, but not all. We'll still keep an eye on everything as it bubbles up, especially tomorrow in the morning, kind of carrying over from the day yesterday. And notice this is kind of the leading edge of that drier air that's trying to move in and hold us in here through Monday and into Tuesday. It's a weak area of high pressure, and I'm calling it a weak area of high pressure because some of the models don't hold that sunshine in place for too long. They actually keep some clouds rolling back in and maybe a couple of rain chances for the early part of the week. But I'm going to set it up like this. Storms late tonight, really through early morning, then that chance for storms tomorrow, especially in the morning. Couldn't rule them out for the afternoon, but the better chance is in the morning. After we get through that, for at least my official 7-day forecast, I'm just putting partly cloudy sky icons on there all the way across the board from Monday into the weekend. I still would maybe maintain about a 20% chance of storms for Monday and Tuesday, but I think that threat is low enough. And by the way, look at Tuesday's high, 88.
88.
A bit on the warmer side until we cool back down later in the week.
All right. Thank you, Rob.